Vietnam Crypto Insights, man. We got some special guests. We're going to do something totally new, but I think it's appropriate because I have a lot of people asking me about Bitcoin and crypto because they see me popping these videos in Vietnam. They're like, man, what the heck are you doing in Vietnam? And this is one of the guys here, man. He's back home in Iowa where I used to live, and his son Hunter. We're going to be going through and actually answering some beginner questions, man. I think, you know, this will actually be good because people can actually get their questions answered at the same time. And everybody's, I like killing two birds with one stone and being more efficient. But yeah, but you guys go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Don Khongmaly, went to school with Terrence at Iowa State University back in
Cyclone,
we date ourselves in the 90s, man.
Cyclone, man, you date me, man. I'm trying to
1990 to 94.
Incognito young, man, if I can. But
and this is my son.
I'm Hunter.
All right, man. Good, man. So you've been asking me questions. You and several other people I know back home in the States, man. You know, not only in Iowa, but back in Missouri and back in Reno also, where I used to live, man, asking me questions about crypto, man. But so what is it that you want to know first? I guess I should ask.
Well, I don't even know what crypto really is. You hear about Bitcoin, you hear about Ethereum, you hear about the Hawk Tuah girl that robbed people. You know, I don't know.
Oh man, yeah.
You hear about Dogecoin or Dogcoin or whatever. You hear, but you don't know what it is because you just see little clips. And I'm getting old. I'm trying to look to invest. You know, I'm a traditional guy. 401k, a little bit of stocks, IRA, those type of things, but nothing crazy. And I remember when a friend of mine, when Bitcoin was coming up and it was $5,000, he goes, Don, you need to get on this thing, $5,000. And I'm like, $5,000, that's 2 months of mortgage, man. And I got a fairly nice home, you know, and they want us to throw money down on a Bitcoin. I'm like, man, this ain't no good. And you know, if we would have dumped 5 or 10 grand, we'd be a little bit better position financially now, right? But what is Bitcoin now?
Yeah, man. That's almost a 20x.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, because we actually went up to 107,000 Bitcoin. So yeah.
But that's the type of stuff that I see and I don't understand it. You know, you understand the stock market up and down, you know, but that's still risky. Bitcoin seems like even a more roller coaster ride because you see the ups and downs of Bitcoin and other coins. Some coins go out of business, and that's what I don't understand, you know. So, but yeah, walk us through from infancy what crypto is, how you spend it, how you buy it.
Okay, so I can't remember, Don. You wasn't an agriculture major. You was a business major, right?
Yeah. Transportation logistics, moving freight 101.
Oh, Translodge. Okay, that's what it was. I'm sorry.
Now, it's still business, you know, and now I don't even do that anymore. I think I did that for 14 years and I transitioned into sales. Now I sell insurance, you know.
Yeah, you're the insurance guy, man. So yeah, if you're looking for insurance, look up Khongmaly Insurance. KHONGMALY. I'm gonna do the plug for you, man.
Iowa, man.
Iowa. It's only Iowa, right?
Yeah, I do Iowa and Kansas, but mostly where I live, Des Moines. So, but no, crypto is everywhere, man. So need to learn and see. If
it's all over the news. And you know what's nice is that being over here in Vietnam for over 2 years, almost 3, is that, you know, it's not the negative news that you get over here about crypto. I mean, it's not, you don't really hear all of that, you know, and I think part of the problem in the US, man, is like the media is owned by big corporations. And so they're going to push the narrative that's going to be more advantageous to those big corporations, man. So, you know, the banking industries, the banking industry, all those big boys, they don't want anybody, the average guy, to be in on crypto. So that's why you get all this negativity about crypto. But, you know, it's basically, I'm trying to break this down simple. It's kind of like a cryptographically stored information that, you know, you can make it equate it to, are you working with Excel spreadsheets?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the crypto or cryptocurrency is a cryptographically stored set of information. It's immutable, it's transparent, and it's also decentralized. That's the core basics of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, which, you know, you can actually utilize blockchain technology for a variety of purposes, but one of the main purposes is the transfer value. But, you know, you work with spreadsheets, right?
Yeah.
Excel spreadsheets. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna share with you this, man. So you can kind of get a basic understanding. I gotta share it with you in terms that you understand already.
Yeah.
You know, without getting into the deep weeds about the cryptographically stored information. That's like next level topic. Trust me, I don't even know some of that stuff, man. I went to DevCon a couple of months ago, man. Them guys was way out of my league, man. Some of them guys were like,
I mean, Terrence, how does a coin even start up though? I mean, you hear about all these small coins that you never hear about, but how does a coin even start up? I mean,
well, yeah, that's what. Let me get to the basics, man. I don't want to jump ahead. You see this spreadsheet?
I do.
All right. You might have to help me. I haven't worked on a spreadsheet for about a year. All right. Well, one of the first well-known crypto was started by Satoshi Nakamota. That was a fake name. Everybody pretty much agrees that was a fake name that was designed to obscure his identity or the team's identity. And, you know, because they knew that their technology was going to be a threat to the powers that be. So they wanted to obscure that. This is kind of like me talking as well as, you know, what the conventional thought pattern is that everybody wanted to obscure their identities. Okay. So let's say, okay, as I said, a blockchain is a cryptographically stored. It's kind of like a ledger. This is why I brought up the Excel spreadsheet, because it's a ledger.
Yep.
So let's say, for instance, all right, this is protected. It's secure, right? That's what the definition is. It's secure. It takes a lot of hacking power to hack into this ledger. The difference between this ledger and the one that is on the blockchain is that it's decentralized. It's on a number of different computers. It's not on all the computers. It's only on the computers that are running the software or the nodes or validators, as they like to call them. So you have to have a validator or node that's running the software. And this particular spreadsheet that, let's say Satoshi Nakamoto, okay, we're going to make a example. He started this, or the team started this back in like 2009, I believe. And you know how to do the summation on here. I'm trying to do the summation here. How do you do the summation? I just click on the column,
equal
right?
Sign. Hit equal sign.
Hit equal sign.
Yep. Just do the.
Where's the equal sign at?
There's an equal sign somewhere. Where's the equal sign? I just type it.
All right, let me just do the equal sign. Do I type it up here at the function?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Just type.
Generate the formula with Gemini. Oh, wait a minute. I got it.
Or just you can type. You could type a sum, SUM, semicolon.
I could do the summation formula, right?
Yeah. You could do the formula.
Okay. What I can do the sum of the whole column.
Yep.
I want to do the sum of the column equals 21 million, because that's what Bitcoin is set up to be, and it can't be changed. It's immutable. So let's say, for instance, column B is the sum total of all of the Bitcoin, and this is 21 million. All right. So I think I did that right. If not, I'll go back to it, visit it. But I just wanted to get a basic understanding.
Yeah.
So when they set this up years ago in 2009, they set up this to be able to be stored on multiple computers and update basically almost simultaneously. I know it takes sometimes a few minutes to get a transaction to go through the Bitcoin network, but all of the nodes on the chain, they update. And so everybody has a stored record that can be seen on this digital ledger. And this is the whole principle about it. And then, like, say, for instance, there's no longer, Satoshi no longer holds 21 million. And nobody knows if he's still or the team is still around still, because there's still something in some of the wallets, some of the original wallets. I think there's still a few million in there. So anyway, but what I'm saying is that, like, say, for instance, if you open up a wallet and you're like number, I don't know how many million wallet that you be, but they say, for instance, you're down here, Don, you open up a wallet. The way it works is that you could actually transact with one of the other wallets to get, you know, your store value on the chain, which then you'll have some Bitcoin. So you a fraction of a Bitcoin.
So I open up a wallet, I could buy Bitcoin from another wallet.
Yeah, you can buy it from another wallet. You can tell somebody to transfer you some. You can buy it from a centralized exchange. You could buy it from a decentralized exchange. There's a number of ways you can get a crypto, but that's basically the basic understanding of how that all works. And I'm trying to put this, like I said, I'm trying to put this in basic terms that you already understand, which is a digital ledger or an Excel spreadsheet, which is kind of like a ledger, but it's not a digital ledger. But I'm sure you could see the analogy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I'm a computer guy. I studied computer engineering, so this was actually not too much of a stretch for me to get comfortable with. I know a lot of people that didn't do computer programming and stuff. It's kind of, you know, a little bit scary. But you know, this has been time tested. Bitcoin and a number of the OG blockchains, they've been time tested because they haven't been hacked. You know, Bitcoin's been around since 2009, hasn't been hacked, so it's obviously secure. There is some question whether or not it's going to be able to withstand quantum computing when that becomes mainstream in the next 5 or 10 years. But you know,
what's the concern? What's the concern with the new technology that it could break down Bitcoin's?
It can break the encryption. Yeah, that's the fear. You know, 5 or 10 years down the line, that's not there yet. But you know, some of these things can do trillions of, like a trillion calculations in a few minutes. You know, so it's like it's getting to that level.
What happens if AI or another computer hacks into Bitcoin or crypto or whatever? Then are you exposed?
I think it'll be pretty much done. Now they have some stuff that's actually pretty quantum resistant now that's coming out. So some of the new chains, they're a little bit more resilient, but you know, they're supposed to have a fix for this in the next year or two, supposedly. So we'll see some updated to the encryption level for, you know, blockchain. But yeah, this is time tested. You know, 15 years on, and it's not been hacked, and there's still only 21 million Bitcoin that are ever going to be available. And the way that the validators or the nodes actually get rewarded is when they do a transaction, they get a fraction of the Bitcoin reward for the transaction being conducted on their computers. So that's why you see Bitcoin farms. That's what Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin farmers do. They actually set up their computers to actually enable them to do the calculations that are required for the transactions to be validated and sent through. So that's it on a basic level. I mean, I can't really get too complex on you because I don't want to go over I'm not
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
you know, sound too scientific. This is a basic level overview.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, does that make sense a little bit?
A little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
And
now,
then, you know, basically you understand what I said about centralized exchange and decentralized exchange, right?
that I don't. I mean, what's this? You know,
Okay.
I think bank is a centralized exchange. I think
Yes, like
the
a
U.S. dollar.
Coinbase
Yeah.
yeah, Coinbase, they're set up like a bank, basically.
Okay.
They have their own tokens. They hold them in their own wallets and they maintain control over everything. And so when you log into a Coinbase, you set up an account with them, your tokens are on their exchange. They're not on their exchange, but they're on their platform in their wallets, but they allocate you a wallet on their platform to
Okay.
utilize. But you know, one of the things about the ethos about crypto is that you really don't want to put nothing on a centralized exchange, or if you do some transaction with the centralized exchange, take it off because it's not safe. Which is why you've had situations like FTX happen a few years ago, where the guy was him and his team and his girlfriend or whatever, they were taking advantage of people's ignorance about this, and people would, you know, store their funds on their centralized exchange, trusting it, thinking it was like a bank when it's not a bank. And these guys pretty much showed everybody that it's not a bank because they were like taking people's crypto and they were gambling with it basically because they were using it and they were betting on it through their second company, which was Alameda Research. And they were doing futures trading and options trading and all kind of, you know, rogue tricks with people's crypto. And that's why, you know, when push come to shove and they had to, you know, there was like a scare of like, you know, these guys really have any crypto on their exchange. They people start taking their crypto off, and they basically had to shut the exchange down because they didn't have enough to cover everybody's, you know, crypto withdrawals. So that's what happened with that, man.
Yeah.
And that's why that guy got 20 plus years.
Yeah. No.
So, but yeah, I always tell people, man, it's not the technology that's at fault. It's the bad actors in the space, man. You know,
Then
sometimes
what about the decentralized? I mean, what is that? I mean,
oh yeah, I was gonna say about the decentralized thing. A couple of the big decentralized exchanges, one of them is Uniswap. That's actually it's actually popular with Ethereum. You know, it's basically used for Ethereum. They've got some other chains on there as well, but you know, it got popular for use with Ethereum swaps because Ethereum is like the number 2 chain by market cap. It's actually about the third. I wanted to say it's the third oldest chain that's in existence. XRP, I believe, is a little bit older than Ethereum. But here, I'm gonna show you Uniswap. And the way Uniswap actually works, yeah, Uniswap is like one of the granddaddies of decentralized exchanges.
you're gonna show us your
And
wallet. You gonna show us your wallet, all your money in there, T?
Oh man, no, I can't do that. I gotta avoid scrutiny here. I don't have just one wallet, man. That's another tidbit of advice as well that you should take, you know, before, if you ever get involved. If you get involved, definitely don't have just one wallet, man. I mean, if you got $10 in there, yeah, just have one wallet. But if you got if you got 4 or 5 or 6 figures, man, you know, try to balance that out, man, because you don't want nothing to happen to all your stuff, you know, at once. Because a lot of people, I've heard horror stories. People lost all their crypto in one swoop. But if you got it spread out, that diminishes that chance of happening. But yeah, this is like Uniswap, man. It's oh man, I'm trying to get that thing up. Yeah, Uniswap. This basically is pretty cool because it actually allows you. You just basically you connect your wallet. You can use a Chrome browser and download MetaMask, which is a browser wallet. And there's a couple other ones, but that's the most popular is MetaMask when you're using Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain. You basically connect your wallet, and you see that tab up there that says connect, and it'll allow you to swap like Ethereum with some other Ethereum token. Ethereum is pretty it's actually the first to actually have this concept of, okay, we're going to allow people to create other tokens on our chain. And so Ethereum basically has, I don't know how many thousands of tokens, but they have a lot of tokens on their chain. So you can actually swap Ethereum for another Ethereum-based token. And what it does is it will find the liquidity in the liquidity pool. That's another thing that I got to share with you what it is. But the liquidity pool is basically set up and designed for specifically for swaps. And it's basically a pool of crypto with both tokens, two different tokens. When you swap,
is this like a platform like I have Charles Schwab? I go in, I want to go buy a stock. I've got my account under Schwab. I log in, you know, whether for my IRA or my retail account to buy stocks myself. So this is kind of like a Schwab account then?
Yeah, it's a decentralized account where you can swap. Like, say for instance, if you're swapping stocks with dollars or vice versa, it's the same concept. This is done decentralized. It basically, you know, you don't have to worry about doing any sort of transaction with using the Ethereum address and all of this, because it can get, you know, if you're doing stuff where you start sending transaction manually to the wallet, I mean, that's where it starts to get a little hairy because a lot of people don't know what the hell they're doing. But each wallet address, you know, you have, when you set up a wallet, you have a wallet address, and then you basically when you send something to somebody, you have to have their address. Now you can use a QR code, which is actually the safe way to go. Somebody sends you a QR code, but you can actually use the long address, which is a bunch of numbers and letters, very long, and put in there and send to somebody. I actually don't like to do that because it's you know, it's kind of cumbersome. And if I do send like a large amount, I always send a test transaction first for like $1 or $2, so that because these transactions are not reversible. It's not like your bank, where you can say, you know, I messed up, you know, stop the transaction.
Now on this type of platform, let's say I want to run a test pilot, I want to dump $5,000 into it. Do we have the ability to set parameters, say, hey, if Ethereum drops to 2,000, I want to buy XYZ shares? Is that something that you could set a program to do?
You're going to have to do that on a trading platform. I mean, there's a number of them. There's I think one of the popular ones is BitGet. There's Femex. I mean, you can do all kind of stuff, options. You can do leverage. I mean, I don't get in all of that. I mean, to me, it's too time consuming, and crypto is way too volatile for me to even be, you know, messing with that. I mean, it's just, I'm not going to be, I don't have the emotional control to sit there and watch the chart go haywire, and I'm just sitting there calm. And see, that's something that the traders will tell you, man. If you're gonna do this, you gotta be able to weather the storm. And I don't have the capacity or the patience to sit there and looking at charts, for one, but I'm damn sure not going to be able to sit there and watch my money go up and down and bounce all over the place with crypto like it does. You know, everything, you know, the market with crypto doesn't close. It's 24/7. You know, so you can't just, okay, it's 5 p.m. I'm gonna go to sleep now, or I'm gonna go eat dinner and relax. You know, if you have a position there and you miss something, I mean, you're done. I mean, you can do a limit order or something like that. That you know will help you out. But sometimes you know, things move so fast that sometimes the orders don't get filled. You know, it'll move. I've heard so many horror stories, and somebody said, "Oh man, I had this set for this position, and it rocketed past it, and the trigger didn't go off." So you know, that's always been my concern. That's why I don't do any trading. I always, if I buy something, it's going to be, you know, for at least 6 months or 5 months or something like that. You know, if I see something that looks terribly wrong with the crypto, and I'm like, okay, I got to exit this, man. There's no hope.
Yeah. Is there like a trial platform that we could learn to play on, or no?
Yeah, there's a couple different you know, and I don't think you can utilize KuCoin in the US. I was going to say KuCoin. Yeah, I'll send you a link afterward. I'm pretty sure you can do BitGet, Femex. Femex doesn't require KYC, I don't believe yet, but there's you know, the problem with US, man, there's so many different regulations, man, and a lot of the crypto companies are afraid to even touch the US because of all of the legalities and all the lawsuits that they filed against different crypto companies, especially this past year, man. You know, they sued, the SEC has either put on notice or sued about 10 different big crypto companies. All the way down from, you know, crypto.com, Consensus, which actually they're the creator of metamask wallet, which actually interacts with Uniswap. One of the ones that interact with Uniswap. And then there's also Richard Hart, Pulse Chain. I mean, they just sued everybody. So a lot of crypto companies don't want to get involved with the US. So yeah, but I think BitMEX, that's one of the big ones. I've got to double check. And I'll put a link in the description after I find out for sure. But I think BitMEX. But I don't mess with the US jurisdiction too much, man. I got my Coinbase account, but I'm thinking about getting rid of it because they keep hounding me with questions all the time.
They want to tax you, man.
They're notorious, man. I call them the Fed, man. They're asking me too many questions, man. They asked me for my passport this past year. They asked me for my banking records. They asked me for all my income statements. They ask me for everything. It's like, man, you guys are really on me. Like, leave me alone. It's like, I already did my KYC. I said, you guys are asking me more questions than my bank. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, might not be with Coinbase much longer, man. But yeah, do you understand the basics though? I want you to understand the basics about crypto and as far as how it works, inner workings. I know there's some more technical stuff that it can really get hairy, dude.
So this is similar to buying stocks, though. So right, this is similar to buying stocks, except it's
the key difference is, man, you don't have to buy a whole unit. You don't have to buy $100,000 Bitcoin. You can buy a fractional. So this is another thing that makes crypto attractive. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. You want to buy $5 or $10 worth of Bitcoin. I believe most exchanges do have a minimum, but I think you can actually buy $10 or $20 worth of Bitcoin. It'll be a fraction of a Bitcoin, but you can buy it. It's fractionalized, so you don't have to worry about, damn, I don't have this $100,000 to buy this whole Bitcoin. It's not. Yeah, that's the difference between stocks and crypto. And to me, I think it's better. You know, I'm probably what they call a degen. They have terminologies in crypto. Degen. I'm a degenerate, man. I go all in. But I don't do any. I can't say I don't do any. I don't do a lot of really, really risky, but from the traditional standpoint, traditional finance, traditional guys like yourself, anything in crypto is risky. But I've studied it long enough to understand that, long term, I don't think crypto is going anywhere because it's more convenient to transfer the store of value, and it's a lot. It offers way better returns than any traditional fund or stock, can generate. Most of it, it's, especially if you're in the top, some of the top stuff. Like I was telling you the other day, the top cryptos, especially the top crypto chains, those are pretty safe investments, in my opinion, because they're.
What did your crypto portfolio average in 24? Was it above 30%?
I don't keep track of all of those numbers, but I can tell you that, my main holdings are like in Ethereum and some of the other top altcoins. And that's it. I don't go all in on any like weird stuff like, the Hawk Tuah girl. I don't know why people would even waste money on stuff like that. That was a gimmick.
Yeah.
That's why I don't never jump on any gimmicks, man. That's the thing. You got to watch. There's so many gimmicks in this space, man. And you just got to just be mindful of that, okay, this lady, she found a crypto team that wanted to co-promote with her this coin, and there was no long-term strategy to keep the coin viable or token popular, and so that's why it fizzled out, man. People got to understand there's even in the meme world, which is that was actually the biggest part of crypto last year was memes. Even in the meme space, you still have to be careful because there's a lot of gimmicks, and you don't know what's going to stay popular and what's not going to stay popular.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean when I say meme coins, right?
Like the Hawk Tuah, the doge coin, all that stuff, right?
Coin, Shiba Inu, Hawk Tuah, all of the stuff that really has no
that
utility.
Came up through sort of like popular media and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, people are just buying the token and they're buying it because of some community aspect. That's it. There's no utility for the token. There's no underlying value for the token other than the community aspect of it, and that's it. So at least the chain, like Ethereum, is a chain, but it has its own token. It has an underlying utility for the token. The token is used in the ecosystem. So that's the difference. And
so
that's why
if you want to pull out, you want to sell your crypto, who pays you? Who pays your money back?
Well, like I said, you can go through a centralized exchange, and I'm gonna show you this here. This is actually it's a really good question because it's something I actually needed to get into with you here real quick. Couple tools that you can look to screen tokens and a lot of aspects of chain activity, data, whatnot. One of the tools that I like, there's two tools that are popular, coinmarketcap and coingecko. Both of these are pretty well used in the space. My favorite for most part is coingecko. I just like how their charts and stuff are laid out. But I'm gonna go and show you this. You see that?
I don't see none. Just you.
Not yet.
Just your pretty mug, buddy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, no, you're the pretty one, man. I'm trying to be like you. Did it pop up yet?
Yeah, it's up now.
All right. Yeah, this is CoinGecko. You can see it. It shows how many coins they have listed on their list, and sometimes you have to push them if you want to list a token. Sometimes if your token's already popular, they'll list it by themselves. But as you can see, it lists a lot of statistics at the top.
There's a coin called Butthole Coin.
Yeah, that is actually pretty popular. A couple weeks.
Butthole.
Butthole coin. Yeah, that actually went up. Not excuse the pun. It went up. Now butthole's been going down. Butthole's been going down the shitter. Literally. Yeah. So but I'm gonna show you here, like, say for instance, this is actually that's a really good question. I'm gonna try to show you. Actually, I'm gonna go show you one of the less popular coins. All right, let me show you the
Bitcoin's
I'm
94
gonna show you
right now.
one.
Huh?
I'm gonna show you the popular one first, because this actually is a really good tool. It actually shows you where the liquidity is, so you can actually do your exchange. As you can see, there's a lot of statistics. There's 395 billion market cap for Ethereum. But if you go down to the bottom on CoinMarketCap, it shows you all of the places where they have liquidity that you can swap and what you can actually swap it for. You go to crypto.com, you can swap your Ethereum for USDT, which is a stable coin tied to the dollar. Of course, all of these top, these are centralized exchanges, right? All of these right here, everything up here, these are centralized exchanges with liquidity, and you can get your money out basically through those centralized exchanges if you want to change it back to dollars. So some of these might not be available in the US because, like I said, some of these companies don't want to deal with the US, man. The US is just a tough market.
I see the price it varies a little bit between the different exchanges. Is that because they have different fees? Yeah, like
it's
crypto coin 32.84.59, and then buy finance 32.87. So you got about a $3 spread. I mean, what's the difference in the spread?
Well, you know, they have different metrics on their exchange. Sometimes there's a lot of high active trading activity, and I don't understand the math or the science. I'm not going to tell you exactly what's going on, but I know that sometimes they might set a price at a certain level, or maybe the trading volume is ramping it up faster in one exchange versus another. So I mean, that's why you see that price differential. And sometimes if the big players, they can take advantage of that and make money, but you know, it's going to take a lot of money to actually take advantage of that and do some arbitrage to do anything. But yeah, it's only a few dollars difference, as you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't keep it 100% the same across exchanges because it's you know, like these are all centralized. That's the key. And so you got a lot of trading activity, man, and it either skews some way or another. And let me go back. I'm gonna show you, like, say for instance, I'm gonna show you what happens when you have a Hawk Tuah coin, and why you don't want to trade and stuff like that. If I can find the name of the coin. What is the name of that token, man? Was it just Hawk Tuah?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Let me see. I'm gonna search for it here. Hawk Tuah. Oh, there it is. All right. Hawk Tuah down 6% today, man. Wow.
Show us.
Damn, number 5,000. Look how far they went down on the list. Oh my God, dude.
We can't see
that. All we see is the video of you, buddy.
Okay, hold on. All right, let me try to get back to the right tab here. Sorry about that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh shoot, here. Hunter's having fun with this, man. All right, so we got the Hawk Tuah. I'm pulling it up right now. You see it? There it is. Okay, it's slowly pulling up. All right, cool.
So this thing is worth like not even a penny or a dollar?
Yeah, I mean, but that's just relative. The numbers that you want to see is the market cap and all of these numbers right here. The supply, trading volume. Because you can buy, you know, if this was worth billions of dollars, this would be meaningless because you can buy a few million of these and you still have some money, you know. So yeah.
So what's it saying? This thing's current value is only 357,000 for this Bitcoin, for this coin.
No, that's for this token. This is the total value of all the tokens, and there's like a billion tokens, but all of them. This is what I'm saying. the value is really in the toilet right now, and it's actually number 5,000 listed. And I'm gonna show you one other thing, that this is something you always want to do if you ever want to play in memes. Well, look at the sentiment. The sentiment is 100% negative today. Look at this. You see this at the bottom? It has one exchange in Radium. That's a decentralized exchange. It has one exchange where you have liquidity. That's a no-no. When you do that, you risk losing everything. Because if this liquidity disappears and dries up, you'll have a token with nothing. You can't exchange it for anything. You'll just have a token in your wallet, and it'll just be like there with a zero value. So the people that have something that are, at least they have a little something they can trade out for Solana right now, which is one of the top cryptos right now. So yeah, that's always, whenever you mess around with these memes, you got to make sure it's liquidity and it's not number 5,000. I mean, some people get in like on some stuff like that out on a limb to think that it's going to go up, but you know, it's always it's very risky when there's only one liquidity. Only one liquidity pool. And this is actually what I was talking about. This is a decentralized exchange. Radium. Radium is a decentralized exchange that's used for the Solana blockchain, which is another top exchange, or top blockchain, I should say. So yeah, that's kind of the ins and outs of this. There's a lot more information in CoinGecko, but I just wanted to show you just some basics so you can see, you know, the liquidity. You can examine the market cap. It shows you the market cap of all the tokens. And
so because this is listed at 5,000, so is that how many coins there are out there?
No, that's how it ranks among all the coins in market cap. So
there's more than 5,000 coins.
Yeah,
the value of all the tokens are only worth 300,000. And that 300,000 total is like number 5,000 on the list.
Oh, the value.
The list of all the coins.
Gotcha. Okay.
All the tokens, yeah. So it's like it's way down there. It's worth nothing. It's worth nil.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's basic over. And then I'll show you. Did I show you the MetaMask?
No. So who's buying these? Who's buying these low end coins then?
Serious degenerates.
Why would they even buy it? Just because it's cool?
You know, there's a lot of young people, and I was actually just talking to this young guy. He's like half Chinese, half Vietnamese. He goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him about it today. I was like, dude, I'm a probably do a show here about whether or not meme coins are going to go out this year. And I was like, I don't think that they're going to go out. I've read a lot of articles, a lot of VCs, especially, and analysts. Oh, AI is going to be the new narrative for 2025 for crypto. And I just don't see it. I see that it has a room to grow, but I don't think that they're going to overtake memes. For the simple fact is that a lot of people that are getting into crypto are young.
Yeah.
A lot of them see that the financial system isn't that beneficial to them. And then they hear all these stories about people making 100x, 1,000x in a year, you know, or less. So, you know, they see the opportunity to get involved, and so they'll put like 100 or 200 or whatever, $300, $400, and you know, they'll try to beat the market, you know, because you know, stocks, man. I mean, you know, the U.S. economy is kind of teetering, and you know, you don't get the returns of the olden days, man. You know, I don't think you're going to see a Warren Buffett of the next generation, man. Just for the simple fact is that the stocks, you know, they're not poised for big gains. As a matter of fact, Buffett is taking a lot of his money out of the stock market. I think he's sitting on like $250 million of cash right now.
He's waiting on something.
Yeah, he's waiting for everything to crash again. So, you know, he's, you know, you know, and when you see something like that, this guy is a learned guy. He's like, what, 99 years old? He's been around. He's seen wars and all kind of stuff. And, He pulled all his money out of banks. He pulled all his money out of the bank stocks, out of Apple. He pulled money out of everything and just cash.
Yeah.
So I just don't think he foresees the stocks, going up. And so I think that a lot of young people, man, they like, okay, well, what do we invest in? Okay, let's buy this Hawk Tuah coin. Maybe it'll go 100x,
Yeah. That's the thing. It's for me, like, what do I buy? I don't even know what to buy, So
well, dude, I had a top 10 video I put out last week, man.
Yeah.
And I put on their disclaimer, it's no financial advice, but these are my safe picks. And like I said, 8 out of the 10 are blockchain tokens. And they are the top blockchains. And given that we're in the cycle, we're like in the fourth, we're actually at the end of the third year of the halving. There's a 4-year cycle in crypto, which is actually driven mainly by Bitcoin, because Bitcoin drives the whole, Bitcoin drives the whole narrative of crypto, because, each 4 year approximately, the block rewards are halved for the validators or the miners. So what that does is it creates a supply shock, and it causes the price to go up because the supply goes down. So it's a built-in mechanism that automatically drives the price high relative to fiat currency. So that's the whole thing.
Your list. Send me your list of your video on the top 10. Okay, I want to see what those are.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, and I give you a good rationale, man, and I give you on the ground advice. This is not some stuff that I'm dreaming up, because I know the people in the communities here. There's with these chains, because these chains come to places like Vietnam because they know that they got young people here. That this is a really high adoption rate here as far as crypto. I mean, I meet people all the time in the crypto randomly. And it's unexpectedly. I never would do that in the US. I'd tell people about crypto and they would look at me like deer in the headlight. Like, what are you talking about? So, but here there's so many young people that are in the crypto, man.
Do people
what'd you say?
Do people readily accept crypto to buy things? Let's say I want to buy a Porsche. Can I use my crypto to pay for a Porsche?
What kind of course?
No.
Porsche, like a car.
I want to buy. Let's say I want to buy a car. Let's say I've got a bunch of money in crypto, and I found a new toy. Don wants to buy a Porsche 911. Can I use my?
I don't know if Porsche accepts crypto. I think Tesla does. I think Tesla accepts crypto.
Yeah. I think Tesla is the only one that does that I'm aware of.
Tesla accepts crypto. I think there's a couple more, but if you, like I said, all you got to do is, if you got one of the top cryptos, all you got to do is exchange it for dollars and just use your dollars if they don't accept crypto. Yeah. I mean, the only problem with that is in the US, that's called a taxable event. So whenever you do that, the tax man's gonna be like, okay. You see, you made X amount of profit off of that Bitcoin, so we want entities like Coinbase going to report you. So just got to be mindful of that.
Yeah, but what if you lose money and then when you cash in, it's still a negative? I mean, do they track the loss?
Oh, that's a loss. Yeah, that's a loss. You can write it off.
Okay.
It's a loss. Yeah. But whenever you convert from crypto to fiat, man, in the U.S. system, it's a loss or a gain, and it's reportable. Yeah. And entities, I think entities like Coinbase, they'll send you a tax form at the end of the year to share with you your losses or your gains, and they'll send it to the IRS as well, so the IRS knows.
Let's say I want to learn with a small exposure. Could we put in like $100 or $500 and learn how to learn the system and just learn how to do that?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I think they're actually, I'll send you the link later and I'm gonna put it in the description, but I think there's actually there's actually one of the exchanges they'll do, if you look at trading, they actually do a test account, so that you actually don't have to utilize any money.
Yeah.
If that's what you're trying to do, is just do a test account.
I'd like to learn how to do that test account before we run some real money. I mean, if they need a little bit of money, we could put in a couple $100 just to learn the system, and learn how it operates, because it's like, I'm the guy before, they even came up with the internet. You remember when we were growing up, internet was all brand new, dude. It was like, what the hell is this internet? Dial up.
Oh man. Well, see, I was a computer engineer. I was always involved in the internet when I went to Iowa State. I was actually learning the web, like, before they even had any courses on it. So yeah, that was me. I was like in the lab. I was in Durham Center with on the big workstation, learning the web. Yeah, and doing programming too. Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's actually a big comfortable thing for me. But yeah, there's a number of tools, man. I think that if you're not doing trading now, why would you do trading with crypto though? Why are you're not doing trading now, are you though?
I'm buying. I don't day trade. I buy and I hold.
yeah, that's no. Yeah, why would you get in and start trading, man? Just like I said, I'm not financial advice, but I think that if you're a buy and hold guy like myself, just buy some crypto, man. Just get on a safe exchange, like Coinbase. Get you one or a few of the top tokens, and then just hold it. Yeah. I kind of have an exit strategy plan as well, which I can share with you offline. But I plan on to segue, a lot of my tokens to, either stable coin or fiat by the end of the year. Yeah. Because this is the last year of the 4-year cycle, and things typically go south for about a year or two.
Wouldn't that be the time to buy?
I'm gonna show you the charts, man.
Yeah.
No, it's built into the system, man. They have, it's a 4-year cycle. Right after the halving, it goes up for about a year and a half, and the halving occurred about 8 months ago. The Bitcoin halving, where they split the rewards in half for the miners. So let me see if I can find this, man. I'm gonna show you this this chart, so you see what I'm talking about.
Show us the chart, because all we can see is you, brother.
Yeah, I know. I got to find the right tab here. I got too many tabs, man. I'm the tab guy. Actually, I was getting rid of a bunch of tabs before I got online with you, just so I can make this simple.
You get rid of the tab, XXXX tab.
Oh yeah. Well, those I don't leave up, man, at all. All right, man. You got me revealing too much online here. Hold on. Where's my chart, man? Oh, here we go. I try to find the chart. Here, hold on, man. I gotta find this chart for you so you can see what I'm talking about. It's actually the 4-year chart. Yeah. It shows the swings, and it goes up. It goes down for about 2 years, goes up for about 2 years, give or take 6 months, either way.
So if it's high now and it's going to tail off, why would somebody get in and buy it now if it's on the high end of the 4 years?
Because we're not at the full high end. The full high end is predicted by the end of the year. So you might see another 2 or 3x with all the top cryptos minimally. I think some of them might even have a 5x, to tell you the truth. So that's why I'm still bullish. I'm still holding. I know that there's been some fluctuation in the market here recently, but if you're in crypto, you're going to see 20, 30, 40, 50% dips on the regular. It's just something that you have to do. This is why I don't do any day trading, because that's actually nerve-wracking to me. So I actually try not to focus so much on that. It's a long-term game for me. It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, as they say. Yeah.
I actually have a question for you real quick.
Okay, Hunter, speaking up. Good, good.
Yeah,
man.
so something that the very little knowledge that I have on crypto is
Okay.
well, I've heard of something called like crypto mining. How does that relate to trading crypto or like investing in crypto? What is it?
Well, the miners or the farmers or the people that are valid, their computers validate the transactions. There's on Bitcoin, the mechanism that's used to do that is called the proof of work mechanism. And I don't want to get into the deep weeds of it, but it basically to validate the transaction, to make sure it's from another wallet and it's valid. It has to do a cryptographic, calculation, and the computer does that. And it's one of the computers on the network, and it's like a network of validators that's on the blockchain. And you or I could set up, and as long as we have the Bitcoin software, we can set up a mining operation. But the chances of us getting a transaction right now on just one computer is really really slim, because right now we don't have the wherewithal to set up a big network of computers. And these things can actually be pricey. Last time I looked at the pricing, they wanted like for 5 machines, they wanted 100 grand. So yeah, I was like, man, that's a little bit too rich for my blood. So I was like, okay, let me just be a buy and holder. I'm not trying to get into this game, because it's actually, there's a lot of moving parts. You got to know a lot of stuff. I think you have to have a small team, because you have to know the mining pools. You got to be able to connect your equipment with the mining pools. You got to be having the latest up-to-date processors.
Yeah.
The latest up-to-date machines. That's going to enable you to get the transactions.
Gotcha.
And so
I'm a buy and hold guy, Terrence. I meet with my
that's what I'm saying. It's just too much. I studied this intensely for about 2 months, and I was like, dude, this is way too much for me, man. I'm not gonna be.
You lost all your hair that 2 months.
Dude, it's a lot of. There was a lot to dig into. Trust me. Yeah. Bitcoin mining is not something. It used to be simple, but it's so complex nowadays, man. I mean, I kind of wish I really wish I knew about Bitcoin as early as 2010. I really wish I would have delved into it then. But my problem was I was in the middle of a lot of different things. I have as you know, I had my dish business back then.
Yeah.
And I was really busy with that. I had time to sit there and study and study and study, because this actually, if it wasn't for the COVID, I wouldn't have had time to study and get into crypto 5 years ago. And that's the only reason why I got into it. At that time, we was all locked down. So, I had time, had time to sit there and mess with this. But it's not an easy thing. But yeah, let me get this up here. Here's my chart, man. 4-year chart for Bitcoin. And I'll show you this here. I'm gonna pull this up.
If you could get me the platform that we could look at to buy crypto from, I think you said there's several that we could choose from.
Yeah, there's several, man.
Send that to me. I want to look, and I'm probably gonna play on them, and if there's a trial run to learn the platform. I don't know if Schwab does. Schwab's pretty self-explanatory,
The number, like I said, Coinbase, BitGet. I wouldn't do the trading on BitGet though. If you're not a trader, it's just really not something that you should
don't have the time,
because I've got a couple friends that are longtime traders, and they don't even mess with crypto.
Yeah.
And for the simple fact is, it's way too volatile, man. It's not something that you can actually predict on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you can have a good guess, but it's not. I think the chances of you predicting Bitcoin short term is very, very, very nil. I mean, it's not something that you want to get into, especially if you're new, man. It's like, dude, there's so many things that affect the market. One of the things that affected the market here just recently was the comments from the Fed. The Fed just basically said, okay, we might hold off on these rate cuts, and everything went to the crap. You know, the stock market as well, but you know, it also affected Bitcoin and crypto. So, you know, these are the kind of things you got to worry about. You know, who's going to say something that's going to mess up the markets now? And it's all the time. There might be a bombing in the Middle East that affects the crypto market. So it's just, and since it's 24/7, you can't really keep up all the time. You might be asleep, and the market just it dips.
Yeah.
So here we go. All right, can you see that? So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys listening to all my ranting and ravings. Hope you guys got a better understanding of crypto than you had, and hope everybody that was listening got a little bit better understanding of the basics. I don't profess to be an expert. You know, I'm still new. I'm still learning. I'm going to events and workshops. Like every week, I'm 4 or 5 workshops and events. Man, I'm still learning. So, you know, because there's new technologies, there's new chains coming out. There's new. I mean, there's just new projects coming out. It's like a constant battle.
It's evolving, just like everything else right now. But no, brother, good talking to you. Good to see you. Send me the link of those things that we talked about. Then I'm gonna jump in a little bit just to get my feet wet. Where if I lose money, it ain't gonna kill me. But I just want to learn the platform and how it operates and moves before we get involved too much. So.
Oh man, well, it's just like, dude, if you get on Coinbase or one of the centralized, it's just like a bank account, man. Almost. It's just like, okay, you know, I want to, but you know, the only difference is you're transferring money to buy crypto. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
It's a pretty straightforward process.
So we're about 11 o'clock. Cool. We're at 10:30 at night. It's Iowa.
Oh, that's too late
Saturday,
for old man. I gotta let you go to bed, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we tired, dude. We tired, brother. Well, good talking to you, man. And
hey, man, good talking to you and Hunter, man. All right, man. Well, hopefully, hope you well with the crypto journey, you guys.
I will. We'll see. All right, brother. We'll see you, Terrence. Take care.
All right, take care, man. All right, bye-bye.